conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. It's hard enough to play on the road in this league as it is, but to start on the road with a fumble on the opening kickoff, just not the precedent you obviously want to set.
Not at all, and now it's just words because they've talked about it all week. From the time they start game planning for this one, remember, going into hostile territory, we have to set the tone right in the beginning, and they do the exact opposite.
A run here for J.D. McKissick, and he'll get it down this time to the 17. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's McKissick. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. A carry now for McKissick. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
Zach Bond there on the tackle.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. And his kick is indeed good. And it's 3-0 Washington. It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let it pop it through the posts.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Gain of 16 yards. And the Jets first down.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that. The nickel look, 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Kaepernick going to throw. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And Adams has it complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
New York.
They go back to the ground with Jones. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
At the 9-yard line.
Now the toss to Jones, running right. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
Chase Young.
He went backwards there 8 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll go with Jones. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the 2nd quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
They'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. They'll run with McKissick. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
This defense is really floating around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Odell Beckham, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets have taken the lead.
This is similar to baseball where you walk the leadoff hitter and you don't expect him to come around and score. Almost impossible. Anytime a defense has to defend a short field, you usually end up seeing the result we saw, giving up points.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Pulls it in at the 13. Lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's second down. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They will run it. It's McKissick. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
53, Mike. Here we go. Check. 53.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. A handoff as they run the counter play. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he finds McLaurin. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they give this time to the tailback. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make him punt it. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
McKissick, the ball carrier.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Jordan Jenkins on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
5-yard line.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Second and 2. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
On the stop.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
2nd and 4. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams there to bring him down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
I don't think you got it, son. Check. 53 is mine. Check. 53 is mine. 19 tight. 19 tight. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That catch good for only a couple. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside and break it inside. Really well run route.
He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
But this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Touchdown, Washington! Terry McLaurin, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington has retaken the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught for the 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now Now they'll toss to Jones running left. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First down, New York.
On 1st and 10, here's Kaepernick. Looking downfield for Jones. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
56
To throw, Kaepernick. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He was brought down by Cole Holcomb. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll go again to Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Flushed out right. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 12-yard line.
Now Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat. He's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks.
3rd and long.
Here's 3rd and long. Kaepernick needing a big play to counteract the sack. On the counter, here's Jones. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, hold it.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game as now they've got it 3rd and long. To throw is Kaepernick. And that is incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
A 54-yard attempt.
And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
On first down, Coates. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big...
And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield, and the Jets have recovered.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Looking deep for Adams. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 84 yards. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And his kick is good.
Makes this Washington 21, Jets 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
5-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off just shy of midfield, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They'll run on first down. Coat, and he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Watch twist. Watch twist.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He can run for it, and he will. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That one looks like he'll throw here. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Andy Isabella was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. Throwing again. Morgan. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
I think this one offensively, this is what we just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field. And
is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
They'll take over.
He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
At the 20-yard line.
He'll look to throw. The throw taken in by Sims. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Here's Tressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter at MetLife Stadium. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they hold on, a victory there would be their 3rd of the year. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Play action with Morgan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
The first down pass. Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end.
Said, but I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work.